I saw Naruto and everybody were running through the tunnel and they're trying to get to Sasuke. And Naruto's like, Sasuke! Type thing. I'm not trying to be loud.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. My friend here, Chim, he's just finished the whole Naruto series. Yes. So not just, the original Naruto, but also Shippuden. And this is an interesting experience for Chim because Chim, to my knowledge, you're not really much into anime, from what I'm understanding.
No,
right?
I'm a newbie to it. It was my first one.
So today we're gonna really interview experience from somebody who's really a newbie to anime and specifically Naruto. What's this experience like? And how is this gonna affect them in the future? As we're going to bring this guy into our community, as we all, most of us in the Imagine Blue are otakus, if you will. Shall we begin?
Yes, let's get it.
I'm gonna give him some questions. So this is gonna be an interesting kind of interview as we speak. So going back to that with your experience with anime, what is your personal experience with anime?
My personal experience with anime is, it's been a very beautiful process. Like he said, I'm a newbie to anime. I never watched anime prior to watching Naruto, and I've had nothing but an amazing, beautiful, and astounding experience. I've learned a lot of life lessons. I've learned a lot of, tragedy, but lessons within stories of all the characters like Naruto and Sasuke and Gaara. You see how these characters become so powerful, and we all start from somewhere. So, I really appreciate being a part of the anime community now. I know I'm a newbie, but bear with me. I'm gonna watch some more, but it's been a hell of an experience. So I'm really rocking with it.
I love the enthusiasm already. Sounds like you're gonna have some fun time answering these questions. So what about just action cartoons in general? Like, let's just forget about anime. What about the Superman type of cartoons, or like Teen Titans, or all those types of shows? What's your experience with that? Because we also talk about those kinds of shows, not just anime.
I've watched Teen Titans. I've watched this Codename, wasn't a Codename Kid Next Door?
I mean, you can call it, it's more of in the comedy route, but you could say it's part of the action cartoon genre. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they're all action cartoons. That's the point.
Yes, I've watched a lot as a kid. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. Yeah. Well, since you're so excited about Naruto, this is the point of it. What got you into Naruto in the first place?
All right, this is a funny story. So as you know, this is my man right here. I can't cuss, but my. So it's Black Jesus.
You can say my ninja.
My ninja. Shinobi. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it. PG-13 type thing.
I mean, you can be blunt sometimes.
Yeah, but that's my. You know what I'm saying? So how it happened is one day I was gambling. It was an online bets. Don't do it. I think it was called Bet US or something like that. But I did it. I was gambling, and I think I lost all my money. So but it wasn't. I just put a little bit. It was nothing, right? I lost that, and basically I called him later that night. It was around 10, I think. It's a good time. And I told myself, I'm not gambling like that again and doing stuff like that. And then somehow within the midst of the conversation, he started talking about, he didn't go to Naruto right away, but it went from there's Dragon Ball Z, there's Batman, and then there's Naruto. And out of those three, he said Naruto would help me best become a better man, based on what I told him, because of the lessons that I can learn from, especially Naruto being the character that he said he sees the most in me type thing. But, just the show together, it really does a great job of explaining life values and morals and, agendas between every, different shinobis and all these ninjas. So he said it would be a great learning outlet. So I said, okay, let me look into it. So the very next day, I end up, trying to find, I end up watching it the right way, saying? Naruto. Yeah. And from there, here we are. So watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Very brief. How did you feel about the first episode? What was in your, how do you, your experiences with the first episode?
The first episode of Naruto, I was really intrigued. I had to watch more because if I remember correctly, it was when Naruto was introduced and they're basically talking about how, nobody liked him because he was a Jinchuriki, in the village, and everybody, you can see all the mothers and all the kids are like, stay away from that guy. Don't talk to him, like, everything like that, right? So it's kind of like opening up the story, and then you see the academy that he's at, and then you start seeing all the other shinobis like Sasuke and Sakura, and you see his teacher Iruka Sensei and all that. So it's kind of like it was cool. It was definitely very intriguing, and I already saw basis of like where all these ninjas kind of grow up to be really strong shinobi. So I thought it was interesting.
Okay. So would you say the first episode was the episode that got you hooked? Like you were immediately hooked, or there was more episodes that made you get like attached, and you're like, I have to see the next. So the first episode was that for you, or?
That's actually a real good question. I don't think it was the first one, even though I definitely wanted to watch some more. I think it was the episode when Team 7 got together, meaning Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. So they all got together with Team, Kakashi Sensei, he's their leader. And they all talked about, who they are, because Kakashi asked him to introduce himself, right? And like, what do you want to do in this life? Or like, what's your goal type thing. And then Naruto's like, well, I want to be Hokage. Talk about, I don't want people in the village to think of me as someone who's not important and everything like that. Like, I want to be Hokage and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
All that is it. You know what I'm saying, right? And then Sasuke's like, well, I want to, get rid of a certain somebody and restore my clan. Like, this isn't much of a dream, but a reality. Like, and it's still like that. And then Sakura's like, I don't know, like, I want to get with Sasuke, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So seeing all the introductions, I thought it was funny. So since then, I was hooked. I was on that dope. So I was hooked. So yeah.
Yeah, obviously you could see how much of a fan this guy is. And keep in mind, this is his first experience. He didn't watch it multiple times, so it says a lot. But with that being said, so this is gonna be an interesting question for you. So with the original Naruto, what is your 3 favorite moments?
One is the Gaara versus Rock Lee.
Ooh.
That was my favorite of the Naruto OG series for sure. Do I gotta explain why, or just name it?
You can just name it.
So that's number 1, Rock Lee versus Gaara. Number 2, Naruto versus Sasuke at the end, just off the dome. And then number 3, it's close. There's a lot of contenders, but off the dome, I'm gonna go with Neji versus that one spider looking, the dude with the. I like the battle, like the way that it was, put out. The lessons I learned with that, I thought it was really beautiful. Like, I really love that battle between Neji and the one dude from that little clan, the spider looking, with the arrow, like shooting like that.
Yeah,
that was cool. I like that.
So those are also your 3 favorite fights as well, right?
In the Naruto.
Yeah, just
OG.
original. Just original.
Off the dome, I would say yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What would you say your biggest tear breaker for the OG one?
Oh, it's definitely the Gaara one.
Okay.
It was when he was fighting Rock Lee.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely. But I think even afterwards, he had some of his moments. I think it was the part where him and Naruto became friends.
Okay.
That part really struck me, because Gaara is basically that kid in class who got all F's, was always out of school, was late, was ditching school, was out partying, or I won't say partying, but that's ironic. But you know what I'm saying? He's over here basically a menace to society type guy. He just want to kill everybody he see type guy. And to see him turn from that into a very loving and open heart. Now, instead of wanting to kill everybody he sees, he wants to protect his own. To see that kind of drastic switch, it's things you don't see every day. So that definitely really touched me, because it made it be known that anybody can change if they want to, and if they are given the experiences to allow them to change. So I thought it was really beautiful, because I almost thought people like him could never change.
What about arc? Favorite arc, which is basically how for example, the first arc would be them meeting Zabuza, right? And then the second arc would be them doing the Chunin exams. And then within that Chunin exam arc, you had the the actual tuning exam tournament, and then you had the battle between him and Gaara, and then you had them trying to find Tsunade. So like out of those arcs, and then obviously Sasuke trying to retrieve Sasuke, which one was like your favorite one?
It was definitely during the tuning exam, for sure. Definitely that. That's when a lot of heat was coming. You know, some new characters being introduced, like Orochimaru and all that. I thought it was cool. Does that count?
Yeah, that's an arc. Tuning exam.
Okay, that's what you said. I could
know.
go more in detail. I didn't even say tuning. Okay,
yeah,
wait,
exactly.
it was out. Yeah,
Tuning's arc. Okay,
yeah, my favorite.
to be honest, that's like a general favorite arc from people. So that's not bad. I guess my next question would be going to Naruto. How did you feel about the way the original Naruto ended? Like, what's your what would you say about that?
Well, first, I didn't like how my bad. Naruto lost the fight. You know, I like, because Naruto is really a reincarnated version of me. So whenever I see Naruto, you know, I see me, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't like the whole lost fight, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was a good ending. I think it made sense for both of the superpower, you know, youngsters to end the OG Naruto series. I liked it. You know, Naruto was in his, you know, Nine Tails form. Sasuke was in his curse mark form, and they went at it. What's it called? Chidori, Rasengan, and then had this big explosion. You know, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a beautiful ending, and then the rain and all the symbolism behind it, and then the scratch. You know, the thing. You know, the shinobi headband. You know, get your gear. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a very symbolic ending. That the two that would end up carrying the world were the two to fight at the end. So
yeah. But all right, so Shippuden, how did you feel about the difference? What's the biggest differences you noticed in Shippuden, and how do you feel about them?
The biggest difference I noticed from the OG and the Shippuden.
We're just talking about the first few episodes as we were coming in. Yeah.
Oh, so the difference between that and
the OG.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was definitely more eye-grabbing. I could be, you know, more biased because I saw the original, you know, Naruto, but it was definitely I saw Naruto and everybody running through the tunnel and they're trying to get to Sasuke, and Naruto's like, Sasuke type thing. I'm not trying to be loud. You know what I'm saying? He was running through the tunnel, and then they came out, and you see Sasuke like on top, like he's God. He has the white, you know, kind of dress, the little Orochimaru snake purple, you know, belt on. You know, the shorts, or, you know, the little thing they got on, and he got the sword now. So he coming in, he flexing now. He coming in swole. So I thought it was really intriguing. And it kind of, you know, Naruto comes back from training for 2 years. So it was more like, it got my attention, kind of hooked. So
that's good. Yeah. So in Naruto Shippuden, we're more introduced to the Akatsuki.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Akatsuki in terms of, as a whole? Like, do you think they were really good antagonists, and did you agree with their overall message?
I agree with the Akatsuki's message. See, when I first started watching Naruto, I viewed the Akatsukis as people that I hated, that I was completely against. I didn't like the cult. I didn't like the nonsense that they're doing, trying to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village, things of that nature. Like, I didn't like it at all. But as I matured more in the show and I watched more episodes, and I really saw the stories and how things were going about and their true intent for the world, which was actual world peace, I learned that many people are trying to do the same thing, but in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, one person can think that, you know, killing most people in the world will resort to more peace, and another person could think that preserving those people but changing their attitude and keeping them together would still get to world peace. So we all have different ways about how we want to get to the same outcome, but it's the way that we do it which creates all this nonsense. That's how you have the first Ninja War, the second, the third, the fourth. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know, that's how I feel. You know, I feel overall, especially right now, I actually got love for the Akatsukis. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I do. At this point, at first you wouldn't hear me saying that, but now I do, because, you know, I think it's just a misunderstanding.
Interesting. What was your favorite arc in Naruto Shippuden? So,
y'all know that. There's a lot. Naruto Shippuden, they went crazy, but I have to go with the pain. You know, come on, bro. If you're not picking that, I'm not sure if you really was watching, because the Naruto versus Pain fight. I mean, let me just put it in like a quick perspective. The whole Hidden Leaf village is destroyed by the Akatsukis, like the Pain members, pretty much. Everyone's dying left and right. Tsunade, like, bae, you know what I'm saying? She hurt too. Everybody's just like out of it. And then, you know, you have Naruto training with the Toad. Is it Gamekichi?
Yeah, Gamekichi.
Yeah, he's training with them, trying to get that Sage Mode, you know what I'm saying? Get like extra swole. And then like he come back to a complete catastrophe. And now he's with the leader of the Akatsukis, you know, Pain and all that. And to have that battlefield set up from the obliteration that's happened, you know, before Naruto came with all the fighting and the commotion and the explosions everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And to have the field set where it's just Naruto and Pain and to see them like go at it like that, that was like, that was crazy. Like, that was wild. Like, it was really inspirational. I think that was a changing point in who I was.
Really?
As a human being.
Okay. That's very, I love this correlation between your personal experience and the show. I feel like any show that does talk about that stuff shows how much of a good show it is. Mm-hmm. So that's why I really love hearing about that. With that being said, what is your top 3 favorite moments in Shippuden?
So I could count that
like
as
favorite moments.
Okay.
You can, if you want that.
It's a guarantee. It's first ballot. Hall of Fame in there.
Anyway, Pain.
Yes, definitely.
Do you hate me now?
Yeah, like that one is that's the one. You know what I'm saying? That one is definitely top B. So let's get down out the way. Naruto vs. Pain is number. I'm not gonna rank them yet. Let me just put it. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is, I might have to go with Sasuke versus Itachi, just because I've been anticipating that battle, you know, for a really long time, and to really like finally see that happen, and they're fighting and brother against brother, and they finally hashed it out, and the way it ends, I thought it was very self-gratifying to finally see that, because I was just, when are they gonna fight? And it was a beautiful battle. Aesthetics, the explosions, the jutsus are crazy. And my third one, you can't go wrong. I might put somewhere in the 4th Great Ninja War, when it was Sasuke and Naruto. I think the part where when Sasuke summoned Orochimaru back, the one who he killed, and then summoned, you know, he from there summoned the, you know, the rest of the, you know, Hokages and everything. They had their whole meeting, and then he went back to the battlefield, joined his, you know, Hidden Leaf, you know, village comrades, like to see Sasuke, at least at that time, you know, really join the circle that he wants to band in to try to get stronger and kill his brother. I thought that was very, you know, self-gratifying too. So I mean, you can't go wrong. I could just coin toss any of those, but those for sure. Okay. So would you also say those are like, what about fights? Would you also say those are your top, at least the Pain and... Yeah, that's a guarantee. Sasuke Itachi is, I think it's still the same.
Okay.
The third one...
For a fight, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Naruto and Sasuke versus Kaguya.
Really?
I think so. I think it's pretty realistic. There's so many. I'll probably, you know, have to, you know, but since, you know, we're live, I got to come with the hot pocket answer. So I'm going to go with the Naruto and Sasuke versus Kaguya. Because, I mean, I never anticipated that she would come back to life. I thought that was just some, you know, fairy tale, you know, that was in the past. But to see her actually come, like the mother of the Sage of Six Paths, like, come to life. And now you're fighting a person who basically started all this nonsense. I thought that's like fighting God or a goddess. That's what it looked like to me. So I never, just off sheer shock factor, you know, I'm gonna have to go with that one. Okay. Quick.
What about sad moments? Because there's a lot of sad moments that should be done.
I've shed a couple tears.
Which one was the biggest tear breaker for you?
Oh yeah, the Pain. Naruto versus Pain definitely was a real sad moment.
So what was your thoughts about the finale of Naruto Shippuden in terms of how does it affect the whole series as a whole?
I thought it was a real beautiful ending. It was very similar to the OG Naruto. And you see Naruto and Sasuke going at it. I honestly was more shocked this time. Because I thought Sasuke, you know, because before that point, I thought like, I envisioned Naruto and Sasuke fighting again. But then as I start to see, you know, more episodes and more through time, I'm like, maybe the whole point is for them to like, they were gonna do that battle. But now that, you know, people are now joining hands, you see the Hokages, Orochimaru, maybe like they end up joining forces to defeat like the greatest evil or misunderstanding, and then they like become friends. So to see them fight, you know, I thought it was beautiful. It was better than their first. Obviously, they're much stronger. This time it was a clean draw, I guess. But you know, some could say Naruto because, you know, because he wasn't trying to kill Sasuke and all that, and Sasuke even admitted that he'll admit that he lost type thing. But I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was a clean ending.
Even what about after that with, you know, the wedding and everything?
Oh, so we want to go that far. I know you told me. Oh, those aren't really.
Yeah, I mean, technically,
you
can argue.
Yeah.
You can make an argument. Yeah.
Oh, I was happy.
Yeah,
I'm finally with my boo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, he not the baddest. You know, on the show, I think she's really. No, I don't think she's really nice. She's like beautiful and submissive at the same time. Like she's a healer, you know what I'm saying? I feel like some women are like, they're the opposite. Like they trying to like add more problems into your life. But
they're Sakura's.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sakura always angry, agitated, you know, dealing with their own issues, you know what I'm saying? But Hinata is like, Naruto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Naruto. Like she's really like, you know what I'm saying? She's really sweet.
Yeah.
I think every man, like, you know, deserve or need that kind of woman in their life.
So this one's going to be kind of a lightning round. We're going to go over through 5 questions. These are pertaining to the whole series.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the first lightning round question. Favorite jutsu?
Sharingan. Mangekyo Sharingan.
Mangekyo Sharingan. Okay. All right. Yeah. Favorite opening?
Opening, like
the theme songs, like the main song.
Oh, Bluebird. Yeah, Bluebird, right?
Bluebird, yeah.
Yeah.
Bluebird.
Yeah, there's many, but yeah.
Yeah, Bluebird.
Sure.
Okay, that one. Top favorite 5 characters.
Is this any? Oh, favorite. Okay. Yeah. Well, obviously, you know, Naruto. I had to say that one. Number 2, Gaara. Number 3, Sasuke. Number 4, Rock Lee, I believe. And number 5, Itachi.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. If for some reason something happened to Hinata, who would you consider to be your next waifu?
All right, Lady Tsunade.
Tsunade?
Yeah. Okay. Strong, beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Biggest lesson you learned from Naruto?
It's all just a misunderstanding. Straight up. Like, we all trying to do very similar things, but the way we go about it, can hurt more than we need to. So we all need to learn how to talk and communicate to one another so we can go about change in a more organic and healthy way. So, you know, it's all just a misunderstanding.
Favorite quote from the series?
It was something like, perhaps the company of even an evil person is preferable to loneliness. I think that was the quote by Gaara. Basically, like, people rather be with a madman or someone who's, you know, up to no good or really bad intentions than being alone. Cause nobody, you know, wants to be completely alone like that. So,
would you recommend someone who hasn't seen the series to watch it? And what would be like your best advice for someone who hasn't as well?
Of course, you better watch it. What you doing? Like, it's the best show I ever watched. You know, hands down. Greatest show, greatest series. And I'll continue to be a Naruto fan, like, forever. Like, I never seen a show like this before. And, you know, my best advice is to come with an open mind. You know, you're going to have a lot of kind of past beliefs that are going to be broken within the series. But, you know, really watch with a clear eye lens. Like, you know, really watch with an open mind. Like, you'll learn a lot. And it'll really change it for the better.
Yeah. So what, for the future, what's your future for anime goes? Like, what you want to see, what you want to explore now, thanks to Naruto? Like,
here's an anime that you told me before this interview. I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna definitely look into that one. I mean, obviously it's exposed me to want to watch more anime for sure. And maybe like at some point, you know, I could have a say in how certain new anime that's being produced, you know, how they can go about it in a stronger way to make the message and characters even stronger. So just being involved and watching more anime, that's how I see myself getting more involved.
Okay. Well, all right, guys. So this was a pleasure interviewing Chim. We got him, you know, into the anime community. Hopefully, you know, us as Imagine Blue, if I'm familiar, there's a show called Avatar that you still haven't really fully watched or understand?
I haven't fully watched it. I watched it when I was a kid a little bit, but I was like 10 years ago.
So you don't really have a good understanding of the series, right?
A little bit, as a bald dude with a fucking arrow on his head.
Yeah, we're gonna have to change that here in Imagine Blue to make him really get in. And maybe we might have a new interview or something going with his experience with Avatar in the future. But any last thoughts, Chim, you want to add?
You know, subscribe to Imagine Blue. It's the hottest anime #1 channel right now. You heard it here first. Subscribe, hit the button right here. Hit the button. It's a great show. It's a great channel. It's a pleasure to be here. Black Jesus Chukwu, the host, you know, of the show. Is definitely lovely. And I hope my experience, my story has definitely encouraged all you to go and not only subscribe to the best show, Imagine Blue, but actually go and watch Naruto or other anime, but especially Naruto. I'll start with Naruto and branch out for there, but really just keep an open mind. Always be willing to learn. You never know, you know, where and how much you can learn from anything. It could be an anime show. It could be just walking outside, looking at billboards. It could be talking to a stranger or homeless. You can learn from anything. So never be so fixated. Go out and watch some things and learn something. So
thank you and peace.